njengasemabank moyo mhlawumbe uyofuna ikhadi nento ethile bese kuthiwa nanti iphepha sayina la noma initiala la.
Just as it happens when you go to the bank or banks, that you would, whether you want a card or whatever it is that you go for, you would be told here's a document, initial or sign here.
Ma'am, the significance of your signing is to the fact that you understand the contents of the statement. We have no objection in taking the prescribed oath, and the prescribed oath is binding in your conscience.
Ukusayinda noma ke uma usayinda ke into ishoyo ngalokho ukuthi ke uyavuma ke ukuthi lokhu okulana ke uyavumelana nakuthi kuyiqiniso futhi ke awunankinga ke ukuthi ungakufungela lokho nokuthi leso sifungo ke esithathayo ke kuyisifungo ke esikophezelayo ke kudembeza wakho.
Ngiyakuzwa.
I hear you.
Yes. But the defense is going to request that the witness, that is Detective Sergeant Sibonelo Mkhize, be called.
Sizamcela ke lo muntu lona owayekubhalela lesi statement yake noma leli phoyisa leli uSibonelo Mkhize ukuthi naye kabizwe njengofakazi.
Since you are saying that you cannot remember if it was read back to you.
Nanjengoba ushoko ukuthi awusakhumbuli ukuthi wakufundela yini. I would be happy, that would be good.
My God, I intend to go to the next statement because I intend to use them interchangeably.
Okay.
The next statement is the one that you made on the 6th of November 2014 at 1300 hours.
Esesibili ke statement engifuna ke ukubonisa sona ke lesi owasenza nge-6 ka November 2014 ngo-1 isikhathi.
It is A59.
My lord, it would be exhibit P2.
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 Yeah.
Exhibit P2 was obtained on the 6th of November 2014 at 1300 hours. It was obtained by Detective Sergeant Boy Steve Tagule at 231 Francis Bart Street in Pretoria.
Lesi ke sona ke senziwa nge-6 zika November 2014 ngo-1 isikhathi uyo Detective Sergeant Boy Steve Tagula at 231 Francis Bart Street, corner la ePitoli.
Ma'am, I see that the said statement, Exhibit P2, is documented in English. In which language were you using?
Naso ke lesi ngasibona ukuthi sibhalwe ngaso isingisi wawusebenzisa luphi ulimi.
Njengoba sengichazile phambilini ukuthi ngiyahlanganisa ngikhuluma.
As I've already explained that I mix when I speak.
On completion of the statement, was it read back to you?
Uma sesiqedwa ke ubhalwa wasifundelwa yini?
Njengoba ubusubuzile phambilini ukuthi zingaki statement engikhumbulayo. Ngitshela ngathi ngikhumbule indlela zakhona. Esodwa kuyilesi sokuqala sange-27 esesibili ilesango February 2018. Lesi angisasikhumbuli kahle.
Okay. So February 2018, ne? As you've already asked me previously, and I told you that I can only remember two statements, the first one being the one of the 27th of October 2014, and the second one being that of February 2018. This one I cannot recall.
Is the signature that is appearing at the bottom of each page of Exhibit P2 your signature?
No signature up here. Page 9 is Zandi. Yeah.
Signature.
Yes, the signature is indeed mine.
So you can now remember that indeed there was a statement that you made on the 6th of November, 2014.
Bengichazile ngathi angisakhumbuli.
I did say that I cannot recall.
So kusho ukuthi lokho mhlambe yebo kwakukhona senzeka istatement kodwa angisakhumbuli.
It means yes, that it happened, but I cannot recall.
Lastly, we will go then to the one you said you made in the year 2018, sorry. It was made on the year 2018, 0210 at 2000 hours, 18 minutes.
Okugcina-ke sizoya kuleso okhuluma ngaso-ke ukuthi uyasikhumbula-ke esango-February 2018 nge-10 kwinyanga yesibili isikhathi ngo-18 minutes past 8 ebusuku.
To the exhibit P3.
Okay. So.
It was obtained by Lieutenant Colonel M.J. Sithole.
Lieutenant Colonel M.J. Sithole-ke umuntu owayibhala lesi statement.
At Fort Loras. In which language was this statement, that is Exhibit P3, obtained?
So na-ke lesi kwakulokhu ulimi olasetshenziswa noma olusebenzisa la.
Kuyafana nakhona i-English nesiZulu. Mangibuza umbuzo ngikhuluma isiNgisi, ngikhuluma isiZulu whenever I see fit.
It's the same, it's English and isiZulu. When a question is being asked, I would speak English, I would speak isiZulu whenever I see fit.
Was it read back to you?
Wasifundelwa yini?
I think ngiyakhumbula kancane yebo.
I think I remember a bit, yes.
Is the signature that is appearing at the bottom of each page of Exhibit P3 your signature?
Futhi-ke i-signature eyibonayo lapha ku-page nganye eyakho.
Eyami signature.
Yes, it is my signature.
I will now move on for the exercise of asking you some questions. I'll start with Exhibit P1.
Zokubuza-ke manje imibuzo ngizoqala ngalesiyana-ke esokuqala.
I'll commence my questioning on paragraph 2 of Exhibit P1.
Paragraph 2.
It reads as follows, and I quote, on 2014-10-26 at about plus minus 1600 hours 30, I, open bracket Zandi, the closed bracket, Mtogo, Kelly, and Senzo, left Soweto to Mtogo's place at Sprayed to change his clothes.
Ifundeka ngalendlela-ke
Close quotation.
Go 26 October 2014 isikhathi-ke plus minus u-16:30 u4:30 mina uZandi Mthogo uKelly noSenzo saphuma-ke noma sahamba-ke eSoweto siya kulo Mthogo Sprayed uMthogo eyoshintsha iy'mpahla.
You'll remember, ma'am, that when the legal representative for accused number 1 and 2 asked you a question, whether you know why you had to go to Mtogo's place, you said you don't know what was the reason. You saw him coming back and he had changed his clothes. Do you recall that?
Ingabe uyakhumbula yini ubuzwa imibuzo uyena ummeli kaMsola wokuqala nowesibili ukuthi kwakuyini ebangela ukuthi niye kulo Mthogo wathi wena-ke wawungazi kodwa uma esebuya-ke wambona eseshintshile?
Yebo ngiyakhumbula lokho.
Yes, I remember that.
Is what you responded when you were asked by the legal representative for accused number 1 in line with what is contained in this paragraph.
Ingabe leyo mpendulo leyo onikeze ngayo-ke lo qeda uthi manje uyayikhumbula ukuthi iyahambisana yini nalokhu okubhaliwe la?
According to mina iyahambisana because okokuqala mesifika lapha bengazi ukuthi siyaphi, angaze ngiye kwaMthogo kodwa ngambona esebuye eseshintshile, so nga-assume ukuthi kusho ukuthi ubeyoshintsha. So noma sengibhala istatement sami ngizosho ukuthi ubeyoshintsha ngoba ngimbonile esebuye eseshintshile.
According to me, yes, it is in line because when we went there, I didn't know as to what was the reason but and I've never been to Mtoko's house, but when I saw him coming back, I saw that he had changed his clothes. So even if I was then writing my statement, I would then say that he had gone to change his clothes, because when he came back, I saw him having changed his clothes.
Let us move on to paragraph 6 of Exhibit P1. It reads as follows, and I quote, "While we were watching soccer, Senzo and Kelly walked to Spaza shop to buy met lemon and soup. After 2 minutes, they came back." Close quotation.
Sathi ke sisabuke isoka, uSenzo kanye noKelly base behamba ke beya estolo beyothenga imed lemon kanye nesoup. Emuva ke ku 2 minutes babuya.
You understand that?
Uyakuzwa lokho?
Ngiyakulandela.
I follow you.
My understanding, ma'am, was that when Kelly and Senzo, the deceased, left to the tuck shop was at the time when you had also went out to meet Long Etwala.
Mina ke ngokulandela kwami ukuthi ngalesikhathi uSenzo umufi sorry kanye naye uKelly behamba beya estolo, ilesikhathi nawe ke owaphuma ngaso uyohlangana kanye noLongwe.
Yebo kunjani?
Yes, that's correct.
What is contained in that paragraph? That is paragraph 6. Is it in line with your evidence in chief?
Lokho okubhalwe la ingabe kuyahambisana yini naloko okushilo kubufakazi bakho?
Yebo.
Yes.
According to me kuyahambisana.
According to me, it is in line.
I tend to disagree, but I'll leave that for argument.
Mina ke angivumelani nawe kodwa ke ngizokuyeka ke manje. Mase sokwethula kwenziwa ithulo ke ngizokuveza enkantolo.
I will go to paragraph 7. It reads as follows, and I quote, "As we were watching soccer, Tumelo went out, smoked outside the house, and he was joined by Ntogo, Senzo, and Kelly. They stood outside and chatted." Close quotation.
Sisabheke njalo ke isoka uTumelo waphuma ke waya ngaphandle eyobhema ngaphandle kwendlu, waye wajoinwa ke uMthoko, uSenzo kanye noKelly babemi ngaphandle bexoxa.
Into engifuna ukuyichaza la ukuthi umuntu uma umxoxela into umtshela ukuthi kwenzakaleni kanjani, sometimes unokuyi-summarize into angasho ama-details, but ngoba nanti ithuba nginalo la ecourt yikho bengena kuma-details.
I just want to say this, that when you convey something to somebody, the person would or a person then summarizes and not go into detail. But now, because I have the opportunity, I'm here in court, I then went into detail.
I put it to you, ma'am, that your evidence in chief is not in stark contrast with what is contained in that paragraph, paragraph 7.
Okushilo
You want me to remind you?
mina ke ngizothi kuwena ke okushilo uma nkathi ke unikeza ngobufakazi bakho kuyinhloko khona la enkantolo, buya ngubuzana ke noma uyaphikisana ke nalento ebhalwe la, nami ufisa ukuthi ngikukhumbuze yini?
Hayi angivumi.
I disagree.
In what respect?
Kanjani?
Into engiyibonile iyona le ngizele ukuzoyikhuluma la enkantolo, futhi engikushilo enkantolo kuyahambelana nalokho okubhalwe la.
What I saw is that which I came to convey here in court, and what I said is in line with that which is written here.
Noma ama-details amanye engekho kangakanani engekho clear, but yikho bengila ecourt ukuthi ngizocacisa.
Although the details is not much clear, but that is why I am here in court to explain.
Let us go to paragraph 15 of Exhibit P1. It reads as follows, and I quote, "Senzo was fighting to the gun with the suspect, and I took one of Tumelo's crutches, and I hit the second suspect." Close quotation.
Usenzo wayelwa elwela isibhamu with kanye naye umsolwa ngase ngithatha ke icrush eyodwa noma enye yamakrashi kaTumelo ngashaya ngayo umsolo wesibili.
Before you respond, ma'am, I'll read that paragraph in conjunction with paragraph 11 of Exhibit P2.
P2.
P2, yes.
Uthi uzoyifunda ke ahlanganise kanye naye ke paragraph 11 la.
Paragraph 11 of Exhibit P2 reads as follows. I was standing next to Tumelo at that moment, and I grabbed his walking stick and hit the suspect on the head. Close quotation.
Uthi ke ngangime eduze kwakhe uTumelo ngaleso sikhathi leso ngase ngithatha ke khuluma ngayo ke crash stick sakhe sokuhamba ngashaya ke umsolwa ekhanda.
You remember, ma'am, that you told this court in your evidence in chief that you could not hit one of the intruders because you are short and there were persons who were in between you and the intruder.
Uzokhumbula ke kubufakazi bakho ukuthi ushilo ukuthi awuzange ukwazike noma uphumelele ekuthini umshaye umsolo ngoba wena umfishane futhi ke kwakunabantu ababimi phakathi kwakho kanye naye.
Yebo ngikushilo lokho futhi mangigcizelela lapho igama elilodwa la elishodayo utry.
Yes, I said that.
Ishayile yebo kodwa kwa angangafinyelela.
I said that yes, but there is, if I were to emphasize here, there's one word that is missing. It is the word try. Yes, I hit, but I couldn't reach.
And vele I was aiming for the head.
And indeed, I was aiming for a head. Noma ke ngangihlose ukumshaya ekhanda.
But it is not saying that on paragraph 11. Specific, you hit that person on the head. I'll leave that for argument later.
Sike uzokuyekelela kodwa ikona ke okushiwo lokho lapha okubhaliwe lapha.
Let us go to paragraph 16 of Exhibit P1. It reads as follows. During that moment, the first gun shot went out and hit the kitchen door, and the other shot went out and hit the floor. I then ran to the bathroom, and Tumelo went to my mother's bedroom. Close quotation.
Ngaleso sikhathi ke wasesiqhuma ke isibhamu okokuqala sashaya isivalo sasekitchen sasesiqhuma ke futhi okwesibili sashaya phansi isibhamu ngase ngibaleka ke ngiya ebathroom uTumelo yena wabaleka waya ekamreni kama.
You remember, ma'am, that you told this court that there is one shot which was fired in your presence, the one that hit the floor, and two shots were fired whilst you were hiding in the bedroom, in the bathroom. You confirm that?
Uzokhumbula ke ukuthi uthe kubufakazi bakho nkathi usekitchen isibhamu saqhuma kayi1. Uma sesiqhuma kwesibili nokwesithathu lokho kwenzeke nkathi ucashe ebathroom. I remember that.
But that is not what paragraph 16 of Exhibit P1 is saying. One shot in your presence is fired through the door. Sorry, not through the door, to the direction of the door.
Kodwa ke ayisikona okubhaliwe lana ukuthi ishot eyodwa ke idutshuliwe ke iya ngasesivalweni.
I think mase ngenza lesi statement ingoba mhlambe ngase ngihlanganisa ne-observation missing bull.
I think when I made this statement was then I was now including together with the observation on my way back or when I was coming back.
Mase sibuye esibhedlela.
Or when we were coming back from hospital.
No. That is not correct.
Counsel, just tell me, are you disputing that a gun was fired? Because look, this case, if I understand the cross-examination, there's no dispute so far which has been put to this witness that this incident never happened.
Yes.
Meaning the entrance or of the two so-called intruders, and that there were shots fired and that there was a fight. That one shot was fired in the kitchen and two were fired in the bedroom. How does it materially affect the essence of this witness's?
There's further evidence, my lord.
But how does it materially affect it?
In the totality of the evidence that is going to be presented.
No, we are not yet there. She says she was mixing Zulu and English. Have you heard of a case called State versus Mafaladiso?
I've read.
Have you heard of that case?
Yes, yes.
Please have that in mind when you're cross-examining this witness, because as I'm listening to the evidence as it unfolds, it appears there's no dispute about the fact that there were two intruders. Maybe
Yes.
there could be a dispute about the identity of the intruders, but that there were two intruders who got in and shot, or a shots was fired, and there was fighting. I mean, it's common cause. Is that not so?
It is so, but the difficulty, my lord, that I'm having, I do understand
What's
the
the
court's concern.
difficulty?
It says that 2 shots are fired. It's not in dispute that shots were fired. But where I'm having a challenge, 2 shots, according to the statement, are fired in her presence. Vis-a-vis his evidence in chief, her evidence in chief, that 1 is fired in her presence, 2 are fired in the bathroom. So there is, the credibility issue there.
I see. And she also said she thought there were 3 shots, and I'm listening carefully, and she said 2 of the latter 2 shots were not as loud as the first one. Are we going to argue about that now? Let's argue about that also. Because she says the first shot was loud, and the 2 subsequent shots when she was crouching in the bathroom were not that loud.
In fact, it's another way around.
Oh, is that so?
2 were loud, the other one was not louder than the 2 first ones.
So which was the loudest, according to her?
The two first shots.
The 2 first shots?
Yes.
Let me ask you, counsel, if you have.
Indeed, so my lord, she says the first shot in the kitchen was louder, and the subsequent was also louder, but the third one was the one that was
Okay,
not
fine,
loud.
fine.
Indeed, so, my lord.
But what I'm trying to get at, why would we split hairs about the loudness of the shots? We should also interrogate that. Why does she say the first one was loud and the second one was loudest or milder? That's what I'm getting at.
I'm failing to understand to answer that one, but we can, I can canvass it from the witness.
Okay, fine. Yes, continue then.
There was an issue, my lord, of time that was raised, 2:30. I see it's
Is that so?
1400 hours 30.
No, fine, we'll agenda 2:30 then. But you know what, maybe I should get this from all councils. Has it been disputed that there was an interaction by 2 unknown persons whilst the witness and her family, Senzo, the deceased, Tumelo, Longwe, and Khumalo were having a meal? Thereafter, as they were watching soccer, and Kelly was just about to tell a joke, and then 2 persons burst into. Is there a dispute about that? It's different if you say there's a dispute, that no 2 intruders got into the house. Then, of course, you've got to delineate the circumstances of how the fight was. I mean, that maybe even the deceased was not shot in the house. Yet nobody is saying that in the cross-examination, as I'm following the cross-examination.
Unfortunately, I'm not finished.
No, I'm talking about the defense itself.
Excluding number 5, my lord.
Hello?
Excluding number 5.
No, you have not stood up yet.
Thank you, my lord.
But first, second, and unless you are going to say that.
I'm not done with my cross-examination.
Okay, but
Yes.
the first 2 counsels, Mr. Mnisi and Rampesele, they never said there were no 2 persons who entered the room. There were no shots fired. Well, there's a difference. There could have been 2 shots or 3 shots, and one was loud and one wasn't loud. And this witness can't describe what a firearm looks like because he doesn't know. And you read him a statement of Longwe who says it was a 38, What is this case about, actually? That's what I'm getting at. Yes, Mr. Minister, you want to venture?
I'm not so sure. What is this case is all about? On whose side? Because there
No,
are
no,
two
every
sides.
side.
There's a
I'm just
state and
listening
there's a defense.
to the crux of the evidence as to how Mr. Senzo
Yes.
is allegedly shot.
But basically, we are here to demonstrate this
Yeah.
counsel
Yes,
for the defense
yes.
that the gentlemen that you're representing here were not involved in whatever allegations that
No,
are
no
raised
problem.
against them by the
I've
state.
got no
Yes.
problem with that.
Yes.
Because you have given your defense version that your client was not there. Is that not so? Yourself.
Yes, madam.
That's it.
Yes.
And even your colleague there gave a version that his client was not there. Is that not so, sir?
Indeed, so, my lord.
Right. Now, here's this witness. He describes that people came in and they did X, Y, Z. I'm saying I haven't heard anyone saying there were no intruders in the house. That shots were fired in the house, or a shot was fired in the house. Because if you're a defense counsel, I would expect you to say, I put it to you that there were no intruders who went into the house, and there were no shots fired inside the house. I haven't heard that. Mr. Baloyi, am I maybe?
Still coming with
Oh,
the
it's still
case number
coming.
5,
Okay,
my lord.
okay,
Can-
fine.
Can we just pause here?
Yeah, okay,
Until
okay.
I start my case.
It's still coming with
Yes,
me.
it's still
Fine,
coming
fine.
with me,
I'm just
my
saying the counsels I've listened to so far,
1 to 4.
up to now, maybe after when he comes back, the counsel for the fourth,
Yes,
you will put
yes,
something.
I'm definitely not done. Thank
I
you.
do?
I'm not done, my lord. I'm not
Okay.
done with my cross-examination.
Okay, fine,
Yes,
fine.
yes, thank you.
But have you said that, Mr.
For us,
Rapper?
basically, my lord, that it's an issue of identification.
Yes, no problem.
That's our difference.
No problem.
Identification only.
I'm not talking about identity. I'm talking about the fact that 2 intruders got into the house. Are you disputing that?
I wasn't privy to that. I don't know.
No. You've got a statement from the
Yes.
client to say I wasn't there.
Yes,
So it means you're disputing that, or what? Are we on the same level?
we are on the same level. We are on the same level.
So you're saying there were not 2 people who got into the house, isn't it? Is that what your instructions are? See? Are those your instructions?
No,
I should
no.
be here the whole year. Are your instructions that no 2 people intruded into the sanctity of the house of the Khumalos?
If my lord listened to our case, they say
Yeah.
they were not there. So
No,
they
your
can-
clients were not there. That
yes,
I've heard.
yes.
The question is, are you further saying no 2 people entered the house of the Khumalos? That's all.
That's the bottom line. If I say identification and then we are not there, obviously they are saying presupposition is that there were not 2 intruders, my lord.
But why didn't you put it there? You cross-examined the whole day the
Yes,
other day.
yes.
You never put it to this witness that no 2 people entered
Entered
the
the
house of the
house, yes.
Khumalos. You never had any dinner or lunch. Ma Khumalo never cooked soup for Lolongwe. I'm listening
Yes.
and I'm saying, so the evidence so far, which has been put to this witness, is about identification. No problem about it.
Yes, but that was the version according to
Yeah, yeah,
statutes,
fine.
my lord. That was the
And
version
your
according
client's
to our
version
statutes.
is he was arrested in
Yes,
Rustenburg,
yes,
taken to Carltonville.
yes.
In other words, he wasn't there
He wasn't there.
on the 26th of
Yes,
October,
Yes,
2014.
yes.
So he can't tell this court whether the 2 people intruded or not.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's difficult
That's
for
the
me to
same with
understand.
you, Mr.
Yes.
Nisi.
That is so, my lord. Whether
Fine.
there were 3 or 5 or 100, we don't know.
That's it, yeah.
Yes.
That's why now when we come to delineation of whether there were 2 shots, 3 shots, one was louder than the next one, how does it assist this court in coming to solving this conundrum? Are you with me?
Yes, we are.
And I'm not stopping you from cross-examining. You see, if your colleague says to me, like he's saying, there are 3 statements. In one statement, this witness says, I wasn't there, I was in KZN on the 26th of October, 2014. All we're arguing about is they went outside to go and smoke, and I came back. I don't know how it takes this matter further. So what I'm requesting is that counsel must cross-examine so that we know what the defense is. Okay?
Yes, it is the problem, huh?
Because at the moment, I know what the version of the counsels are, no problem. But what we don't know now, as I'm listening, is that it was never put to this witness that there were no intruders in the house. You're correct to argue about the, and you mustn't get me wrong, you're correct to ask questions about the distinguishing features of the so-called 2 intruders who went there. No problem with it. But after you have done all that, no one of you says these 2 so-called unknown people ever entered the house. I know maybe by logic, if this witness cannot describe who went into the house, certain consequences follow, obviously. Okay. So, sir, are you going to continue on Monday?
On
Or
Monday?
Do you want to continue up to 3 o'clock today?
No, on Monday.
Now, let's finish at 3. Where's the gentleman who transports the lady? Who transports her? Can we leave at 3?
No, the problem is the
Oh, okay, okay, fine.
outside the province.
Oh, all right, fine, fine,
Some
fine.
6-7 hours from here.
Okay. Okay, you're coming on Monday, I'm told. Okay, we shall adjourn until Monday then.
So we are then also